Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is an Object 260. It's a Tier 10 Soviet Premium Heavy Tank. It's a reward tank for completing the last set of personal missions. And it's also on the north spawn of Sand River Encounter under the command of Awppenheimer.
Time to roll out.
Well, he sent this replay in just recently, in fact, just today actually. And I have a couple of other Awppenheimer replays for you to watch, so if you like his play, do stick around and have a look at those. The Object 260 was originally known as the IS-7, but well, it's one of the tanks that they came up with on the way to creating the IS-7, but this version was actually cancelled in favour of the T-10. It was actually designed in September of 1945. First shot goes into an IS-3A 513, which is a high roll. It's a 122mm gun capable 440 alpha, 248mm of 260mm pen rather with the standard APCR. But with the premium rounds, it's actually capable of penetrating 340mm. Rambar, side on. Not paying attention, maybe AFK actually. And when you've got a crampon that's AFK like that, take advantage, because he has wicked frontal armour if his gun's turned towards you, but if his gun's looking the other way, he's in trouble. Well, we got 2 rounds into him before he actually started reacting. Go for the hull. Yeah, got the kill. High, low roll actually, well, it's all he had left actually. Sharp Future 4. Ducks into cover. Well, I'm sure he's still got rounds on board, just not shooting it at the moment. Just covering our side on that flank. Now this tank does have very good strong frontal armour. Yep, another hit for 432, which is a low roll, bounces the round. It came from the Sharp Future, and that's a 105mm round bouncing. Oh, another big hit. The low roll, 336. And the Sharp Future 4 goes down to the Super Conqueror. This tank doesn't have much in the way of gun depression. It's only 6 degrees with 54, but that's enough for him to get a shot into the TS-54. And this time around he gets a low roll, 424. Lower plate. And oh my god, he just blew his head off. You're only supposed to blow the doors off. Not his head. Okay. E75TS, which is a Lurva clone with a different turret and side skirts, or Schussen. Oh, now that's an IS-3 too. A little more dangerous, but he's playing very badly because he's just overcommitted himself. Takes a round up the rear, which is a high roll for 491, and Awppenheimer is now going to take advantage of him, and that's the end of his game. Yeah, he did get a kill on one of our guys first. He did kill the Bisonte, but Awppenheimer's claimed another kill. Now he's got 2. Okay, who's behind the corner? Well, Awppenheimer's just going to drive straight through there, and there's nobody in sight. But there is an enemy T-103 off in the distance, and he's bounced around coming from that guy. In fact, he's bouncing rounds coming from the others as well, because he's wiggling as he's moving to throw their shells off. As I said, it does have very strong frontal armour. Great gun handling. It's got good penetration all round. And oh, here come Striv. Well, yes, he did take some damage, but he didn't actually lose any hit points from that one. Go for it again. This time round, he did get a penetration, and unfortunately, it came from the IS-2 too. Go for him again. Yes, gets a pen, but again, that guy gets another pen. We're losing hit points now. Go for the lower plate. Yes! Kill. Now it's the Striv. Can he use that wreck? He could probably use the wreck. So, using the minimal gun depression, he managed to get around in. It's a high roll 463. Blocks the shot that came from the Striv. Kill shot. Yes, that's his 4th kill. Okay, so there's only 4 enemies left now. One of them nearby is an E100. That's going to be a little more difficult. You're going to use this corner. Let's go a bit further on than he wants. Punches 1 round in. It's a low roll 378. You might want to go behind that guy, actually. Try and catch him from the other angle. Side of the turret. Oh, kill shot! That's 5. Okay, the other enemy tanks are right up the other end of the map, actually, so he's got to drive to get there. He's going to straight up the riverbed. There's an E50 down in the south, but he's now moved up, and they're all around the hill now, so there's only 2 of them left, the Runner Sorrento and the E50. So he needs to get at them quickly, and I think he's going to try and get up this slope so he can get his gun to bear on them. They're not in sight. The Runner Sorrento's up on top of the rise. E50's over the dunes. He's going as fast as he can. He wants that Top Gun. Even if he doesn't get the Top Gun, he must have the high caliber. He's got 8,065 hit points recorded and 2,300 of assist. And that E50 is well within range now. If he comes over the rise, he's going to finally get confronted by Awppenheimer. Where are you? There you are. Okay. Misses with the first one. I think he was annoyed at himself for that, but he can go in for the ram. Collects a huge amount from the ram and kills him. And the Runner Sorrento goes down to the Charfuture 4, and that is the end of the battle. Well, that was an ace tanker game for Awppenheimer in the Object 260. He got a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, Duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, Fire for Effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle, Bruiser Medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 5 exactly. On top of that, he was in platoon with somebody else who got at least 3 kills, and between them they managed to get the brothers in arms. He got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and when he killed the E50 right at the end of the game, that was his 6th kill, so he got a Top Gun as well. His win rate was 12,301, which is Super Unicum standard. Very good battle indeed, a lot of fun. Always like the Sand River map, there's so much potential in it. Well, we can see on the tables that he got the highest damage in the game with 8,629 easily scoring. In fact, that's more than double the next highest scorer, much more than double the next highest scorer, which was the E5, with only 3,023 hit points. And after that, it was the Viz 55, who was actually his platoon mate, who also got 2,845 hit points and picked up that Brothers in Arms. When it came to kills, Awppenheimer managed to get 6 kills in that game. 4 kills went to the Viz 55, his platoon mate. 2 kills went to the Charfuture 4 and also to the IS-32. If he actually had platooned with the Charfuture 4, they would have been giving up their brothers in arms, but they would have been picking up a crucial contribution because they would have had 12 kills between them. Of course, 6-4 and the lovely 2. But unfortunately, well, they didn't. I think they wanted just the brothers in arms right at the end and probably didn't have time to include the Charfuture 4 at that moment. Anyway, when it came to base XP, yes, he's got that one too. In fact, he's the only one to get over 1,000 base, 1,476. The next highest being the Viz 55 with 865, and also the Charfuture 4 picked the same amount as well. So they were joint second place on base XP with the SU-130PM. Yes, I've never seen that before. 3 tanks getting exactly the same base XP in a game where they got different damage and different number of kills. That is pretty astonishing, to say the least. Anyway, I think that down to the fact that, of course, the Charfuture 4 is a tier 9. So he scored extra XP, even though he only got 2 kills and 948. And the SU-130PM, even though he didn't get any kills, he's a tier 8 in a tier 10 game. And therefore, he was getting extra XP off all the tier 10s he was hitting. And that's why he benefited. Anyway, let's have a look at detail. He fired 26 rounds in that game. 24 direct hits, 22 penetrations. damage of 8,629 hit points, of which 1,348 were at more than 300 meters. He received 9 hits from the enemy, but only 3 of them actually penetrated, 6 non-penetrations, and 1,520 hit points of damage blocked by armor. Of those 3 penetrations, 2 of those came from that IS-32, or was it IS-22 actually, when he was attacking the Striv 103B, because obviously there was difficulty. He was facing 2 tanks at the same time. He really, when he wanted to attack one of them, he was going to have to pop up and make himself vulnerable. So yes, he did get holed on that occasion. But he did block a nice amount of shots. He got 1 spot in, 10 enemy vehicles damaged, 6 killed, 2,300 hit points of spotting assist. Now, he did earn a profit, even though he was using premium ammo, and he did use a fair amount of heat rounds in that game to get the effect. But he got a mission completion in there, and so consequently, he made a profit of 1,660 credits. If he hadn't have got the premium account, he would have actually suffered a loss for that game. Because it was tier 10, he got 7 bonds, and he also took away 8,967 experience points because he got a ×4, because that's the first battle of the day in the Object 260. But he hasn't lost any of his skill, and you can see that it really did have a big effect by going out and literally ruffle stomping all over the enemy. And he did. I mean, he used and went right over the top of them, and he knew exactly what he was doing. I hope you enjoyed that replay. I've got another one coming up and more Awppenheimer replays coming up, so do stick around and watch those, please. And if you enjoyed this one, please give the video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.